say someone has 1 lakh to invest in crypto, where would you say and how would you say that they should allocate that capital?
50% in layer ones. You have your Solana, Sui, Aptos, Avalanche, Phantom. Just have this bucket, which is like 10% in Solana, 10%. Though the upside is 3-4x, I would still keep that as a safety net, right? Yeah. I will go little legion. I would give like 20% to meme coins. So in case of Solana, it'll be there are 3 basically, or maybe 4. It's Popcat, Bonk, Viff, these 3. And then if you want to have exposure to Ethereum, Pepe, SPX 6900 is very controversial because of Murad has been shilling SPX 6900 like crazy. And it has a funny meaning to it. SPX 6900 is basically, it's a movement to overtake S&P 500. Okay. That's the meme, right? So the meme is that SPX 6900 community will eventually overtake S&P 500, right?
So that could be like the real flippening.
Real flippening. So that is a meme. So easiest way is just to find out the leaders in the meme coin sector and allocate some portion. So say 20% to meme coins. AI and gaming, 2020. Like gaming, you have Beam and I think Beam, Superverse, Immutable X, Illuvium. So these are the gaming exposure that you can have. Gaming is slept on big time, absolutely. Right? Gaming will wake up in 2025 and it can easily pull off a 10 to 20x, right? And then you have the AI now play, which is Akash, I think Render, right? Aether, EOS. So all of these AI, so 50% in layer ones, 20% in meme coins, 20% in gaming, and 20% in the AI play. Yeah, that's how I would go.
As an outsider, somebody not entering the market, I think meme coins have taken center stage now the last few months, and primarily on the Solana network. We see launch pads like pump.fun, right? Making news everywhere. Crypto Twitter's filled with meme coins from the Solana ecosystem. Right now, my question would be, we're in a bull market. We're reaching that stage where it's getting a little euphoric. People are still buying meme coins. What is that one golden tip that you would tell somebody who's looking to put their capital into the next meme coin gem?
I think one of the tips that I can give you is don't chase, replace. Because if you chase, you will most likely be the exit liquidity. Before you buy a coin, you really need to understand what is a market cap and what is a fully diluted value. So if you go to CoinGecko and before you invest, go and look at the market cap of that coin, right? If the market cap is over $1 billion already, then there is very little upside to it, right? Typically, you want to enter a meme coin, which is around like 30 to 40 mil, which will give you an upside of say 10x.
Yeah.
And I think that you are entering a phase where you can make truckloads of money in the next 3-4 months, because you will see coins going 10x and 15x and 20x just like that, right? And you will get sucked into it. So please watch out for your greed and know when to take your profits, pack your bags, and don't put money that you can't afford to lose. See, either you can go all out risk, or you can still have some safe place, right? Just like in crypto, especially in bull market, you will get a 2x, 3x easily, right? So just stick with the major blue chips, right? Stick like with Sol,
Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana.
Just stick with Solana, Ethereum. Ethereum is yet to have its run. I know most of the people come in crypto not for 2 to 3x. They want to make 100x and 1000x.
That's what you hear, no? Crypto Twitter, 100x.
Yeah, I think 100x and 1000x is the norm.
I have a couple of friends as well who sort of learnt about crypto, but they've gone into the degen alley from the start. They've gone into Moonshot, they've gone into Pump.fun. They've made like their 10x, but then they've gotten a rug pull, right? So I think what advice you've given is absolutely has to be taken into consideration. Um, so, we've talked about gains and huge profits, right? But equally, there is downside and losses. I personally have had several losses in the last bull market and, of course, the bear
Yeah.
market. Can you share some experience from that?
Yeah, I have a lot. I have plenty. I think the last bull run, like I said, I lost upwards of 30 lakhs or so. I had a lot of money invested there in a centralized exchange, and all of a sudden they went bust, and I couldn't get access to that money. I wish I had access to it now, because I had, I think, close to 150 Solana. I had 0.2 Bitcoin, and I think I had about 3 Ethereum. I mean, the value of that 35 lakhs would be well over 1 crore now, I think. Yeah, it's a biggest regret. You lost that money.
Yeah.
And needless to say, when you are in crypto space, you should be open to losing money through rugs, because there is no way. And that's the flip side, right? We spoke about all the good things, but the flip side is lack of regulation, lack of being able to verify if a project is genuine or not, right? So you just go by Twitter and through known names that it can be a good project, but that's a huge risk on NFT space, especially because you are just relying on trust me, bro.
Exactly. That's the source. Trust me, bro.
That's trust me, bro. Right? Like, so I've lost quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's all a learning experience.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you get more exposure, and crypto finds a way to reward you, right? So, and that's been my experience. So if you lose money in crypto, you will make money, for sure. I think you need to believe in that, because there are a lot of good people in the space, a lot of thinking, and a lot of community sharing. Where else do you get rewarded for voting? Okay, so you get rewarded for exercising your vote. We have a exchange in Solana called Jupiter, and there will be a voting system in Jupiter. Like, there are different proposals that the community proposes, and each time you go vote, you earn points for yourself, and you get rewarded every quarter. It's called active staking rewards. So every time you vote, you actually get paid for it, for
So
a proposal.
this is like a passive sort of
It's a passive income, right? So if you have, like, going back to the voting power, if you have about 15,000 Jupiter staked, you can earn up to like 2 lakhs in a quarter for voting.
for voting.
Voting, right? That's really fun.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other space where you can do this.
Now, crypto is very different. It is amazing on how much passive income that you can make through Jupiter.
Fair. I'd also like to talk about the ecosystem a little, right? Solana by itself, it's a token. Maybe you can sort of discuss a little bit on the utility of what Solana is as a token, and then we can talk about what it means as an ecosystem. So maybe our audience will also get to understand that bit.
Yeah. Sol is, I mean, if you look at Sol as a currency for ease of understanding, right? India has Indian rupee, US has US dollar. So if consider Solana as a country, okay, and just for ease of understanding. And in Solana country, you can buy products using Solana, right? So you move to Solana country, and there are shops, right? You have NFT shop. There is a DEX, which is a bank which will give you 10%, 15%. There is a trading platform where you can trade. There is another bank which will tell which is among all the banks in Solana, which banks gives you the highest interest rate, and it will auto move your money to the bank that gives you the highest interest rate. So anything that you want to do in Solana country, you need to have a Sol token. It is used to pay the transaction fees on whenever you are on Solana blockchain, and I'm transferring one Sol from my wallet to your wallet. It is important that that transaction, me transferring one Sol to you, gets recorded, right? Traditionally in the banking system, that is done by the bank.
Yeah.
But in decentralization, you don't have a bank, right? Like, how do you make sure that this transaction is valid and it is recorded without a bank? So that's where the validators come into play. So validators are like the banks, right? So they keep track of the transaction, and because validators are spending their time, electricity in recording the transaction, they need to be rewarded. So when I transfer one Sol to you, I'm saying, say, less than a penny to the validator so that he can keep that money in recording that.
Right.
You will have to have basic understanding of blockchain. So blockchain is nothing but it's a decentralized internet. And why do you need a decentralized internet? Is because the question is, who will own that internet money?
Yeah.
Okay, you cannot have a central entity owning that internet money.
Absolutely.
Because you can't trust that entity. Okay, so it's important that you have a system where nobody has exclusive power on that currency on the internet, right? It's the only way that you can do it is through decentralization, where people have access to that currency, and it is also transparent, right? It cannot be something that can be kept in dark.
So that's the transparency that
correct.
Blockchain networks inherently offer.
Correct.
I think the question that's on my mind, and I think our viewers' mind as well, since we've been talking about Solana, when Solana 1000?
I hope soon. I hope tomorrow. But I think the next stop is 420 from here. I think the biggest catalyst I'm looking for Solana is the launch of Solana ETF in US. And I hope BlackRock does it. Because if they do it, it's going to be a huge real catalyst for Solana price to go up.
Yeah, I think on that note, we've spoken a lot about Solana. I am a Solana bull myself. I think I've converted into a maxi now. It's an exciting time, and hopefully if Solana reaches 1000, we can do a part 2 and catch up again.
I would love to do it. I hope so. We can open a champagne though.
Absolutely. We'll do it live.
Yeah, we can do it live. Yeah. No. Right. Yeah. No,
right,
great.
Then. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Pleasure talking to you.
Of course. Thank you.